Hi, welcome to video 4. Okay, we are working, let me turn the speakers off. There, that's better. Okay, we're working on this master bedroom area in here. Okay, if I take a distance from here to here, it says 9 foot 8 3/4. That's a little small for a master bedroom. And that's 13. That's quite large for a bedroom number 2. So we're just going to stretch everything over. Okay, so I've got a line here that I offset 12 feet. So, but I'll do it from the inside. Let's offset 12 feet. Not 12 inches, offset 12 feet. Okay. Okay, so I was right. Okay, so let's erase these guys, and we can erase one of these. Okay, let's stretch this master bedroom out to 12 feet. Okay, so I'm just going to use the stretch command S. You need to do a crossing window, and I'm just going to go in between. I'm going to leave, or I could go there. Yeah, let's go there. Okay, we're going to stretch all those things and then I'm just going to zoom in, apostrophe zoom. Okay, well, let's go from here to here. Okay, get rid of this construction line. Okay, so I'm 12 feet. Whoa, didn't like that very much. Okay, I got to stretch all the way through. Okay, let's undo. Okay, let's try that again. Let's stretch. Ooh, I don't want to do those stairs. That's too bad. Okay, let's do it a different way. Let's zoom in here. Okay, zoom in here. Okay. Okay, we leave enough for the toilet. Okay, well, let's do it this way then. Let's stretch right through here. Okay, and then do this to there. What happened? I can't pick that point. Apostrophe O snap. Everything's there. End point, midpoint. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to try it again. Stretch. And I'm going to go right through this closet. And I'm going to go right beside that toilet. And I'm going to pick that point right there to, and it won't give me that point. Isn't that ridiculous? It'll give me that one. It won't give me that one. Okay, well, how about end of? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so now when I check my distance, I'm 12 feet. Okay, and when I check my distance here for this bedroom number 2, I'm 10 foot 10, which is still a really good size. Okay, my linen closet is still good. I mean, that's even big for a linen closet. This bathroom is a bit silly big. Okay, well, stretch. Let's stretch this guy and give him an extra 2 feet on the vanity. Okay, so that works. Okay, we'll just move this guy. From here, let's just keep F8 on, or turn it on. Put it somewhere in the center. Okay, that's not bad, right? We still have our 3 feet, I'm hoping. Okay, let's just put a line here, here, offset 36. Yeah, we got more than 3 feet. Okay, that works for me. 42-inch hallway. Come through into this bedroom. We've got a nice big opening here. Toilet's tucked away in there. Let's steal the toilet, copy this toilet, and we'll put it in this position right here. Okay, This what I did is I offset 5 feet in each direction to sort of save space for a 5-foot corner tub. If you look at my client's drawings, they have a corner tub put in there. I put 5 feet. Okay, now we may change things there too. We may build a platform with some steps and just sink a tub in there because of this space where my crosshairs are right now. It's kind of silly space. Now, I don't have a 5-foot tub block. I'll have it for the next tutorial. So we'll just leave that for now. Okay, we're going to put some doors in here. Well, they wanted the door swinging into this area, which now that we've got a lot more room is probably good. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to offset 4 inches off this wall. Okay, and then I'm just going to stretch this opening from there to there. Okay, something's really getting weird here. Stretch. Okay, let's stretch all of this from there to there. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now this door is going to swing that way. Let's do it. Let's put in the door. Offset point would be, well, let's put it right there, and then 0 for an offset. And approximate location would be there. The other side, 30-inch door, go. Okay, so there's that door. That works. This corner tub will have a 45 on it. You know what, even if we built a platform, we'd still have the 4 inches for casing and so on. This door, let's just do a door here. Let's draw a line down the center. Okay, from center to center. Let's offset 15 inches. Okay, and then we'll do a door. Okay, this time we want it to open out and go with the flow of traffic. Okay, which will be in towards the tub and toilet. Okay, let's, where am I here? Offset 4, no, I want 0. And strike distance would be somewhere around there. Opposite side would be there. 30 inches, good, and we'll go there. Okay, what else? Open it. Okay, this linen closet, we made it bigger than it needs to be. It could be that big. You could hang clothes in this closet. I'm going to explode this door, and I'm going to rotate this part of the door. I'm going to go rotate it from here, and I'm going to go 45 degrees. Okay, and then I'm going to trim. Using that as my cutting line, I'm just going to trim that swing line off. Now I'm going to put a bifold in here. Okay, and again, I'm going to draw a line in the center, offset. Okay, bifolds come in 2 foot, 2 foot 6, okay, or 24, 30 inch, and then 3 foot. Okay. So my largest single bifold unit would be 36 inches, and that's what I'm going to put in here. So I'm going to offset 15. Okay, leaves me lots of framing room on the other side. Okay, now why didn't that work? Oh, I know why. Okay, let's move these 3, you know, from this point to the center of that wall. Okay, let's see how much room I got here. Distance from there to there, 3 inches. Okay, well, bifold doesn't need as much room. You still have to have the 2 studs, which is what you're going to get. And then you are going to have an inch of drywall. So that's almost perfect. But, and if I move anything, I'm going to be taking out of this 8-foot vanity, which is a really nice size. Let's just double check. That is 8 feet. I mean, I could go down 3 inches on that vanity. you know, typically what they're going to do here is they're going to put 2 4s in, and so, and then I got the 36-inch for toilet. So I'm going to leave it. Okay, I'm going to put a bifold, B-I-F-O-L-D, as opposed to door. Select offset point. Now again, I want to be in the direction that I want the door swinging, so I'm going to go to the outside of that wall. Okay, instead of 4 inches, I'm going to go 0, because I'm already at 3. Approximate edge of opening, and opposite side, and I want a 36-inch bifold. Okay, and for some reason it didn't work. Okay, so I'm going to undo. Actually, let's get back into bifold. Okay, select there, offset 0. Maybe that's what's screwing up on bifold. Select approximate other edge. Okay, we'll go right about there. Okay, opposite edge, 36, enter. Just doesn't want to do it. I'm not sure why. Okay, I'm going to do a bifold door here. Okay, so bifold, and I'm going to pick that edge. I'm going to accept 4. I'm going to go somewhere about there. I'm going to go there, and 36. So I'm not sure why it wouldn't work on here, but I'm just going to steal it. I'm going to go copy, and I'm going to put it right from there, right to there. Okay. I'm going to clean up these walls. Okay, and I'm going to trim. Okay, erase this. And I'm going to move. Okay. There's no way that that's a 36-inch bifold. Okay. Okay. As usual, when you're making a video, that's when everything's going to screw up. Okay. Okay, we've cleaned that up. For now, I'm going to leave it. The distance here needs to be half, which is 18 inches, 1 foot 7.5. Okay, so that is a 36-inch. Here, we're just going to offset 16 inches again. Okay, and we're going to match properties to something on the utility layer. And we're not going to put the dotted line for clothes hanging because that's a linen closet. Okay, so we have our walk-in closet. Okay, we've got a good sized master bedroom. Okay, I'm just going to clean these walls up a bit. Okay, we've not wasted any space here, but we got a nice 36 or 42-inch wide hallway. What's next? Okay, so we got to do a bedroom number 2, and then we need a pantry. Okay. Okay, well, what if we start, you see how the kitchen ends pretty much at the stairs, right? What if we come backwards that way? Okay, it has no dimensions on this little thing here. Okay, or we could just go with a pantry. We'll make the bedroom, it doesn't look square, it looks like longer than it is wide. And okay, this area right here is going to be dining room, not dining room, front entrance. Okay, and then we got the office, and well, we're going to start somewhere. Okay, let's offset 12 feet. Just keep the ball rolling 4 inches beyond that to make a wall. Okay, so that would be a nice sized bedroom. Okay. Now we're going to extend okay, and then offset 4. Okay, we're going to zoom in on that and just clean it up. Okay, and then trim. Well, we didn't need to do that. We're going to 45 this wall and get a door in there. Okay, but that leaves us this space here for a pantry. And it looks like the pantry is back from this 45. Okay, well, take a guess. How about 6 feet? Offset 6 feet. And then 4. Okay, so what we need here is a closet, a walk-in closet, wow, from bedroom number 2. And then a pantry for the kitchen with, looks like there's his coat closet. Wow. Okay, well, let's join this up. Okay, and then let's offset 25, and then 4. Okay, trim. Just fillet this one. Okay, so there's a closet like he's got in there. He also wants to put a door at this end. Let's put the door in. Okay. I'm just going to bring these lines back a bit. Just highlight the nodes, bring them back. Okay, let's put a door. D-O-O-R, offset point. Okay, which way do I want this door to swing? It swings in. Okay, so we'll use this point right here. And 4 inches, strike location, somewhere around there. Opposite wall, something like that. And we don't need a 36-inch door. Let's put a 30 door in. Okay. So let's just take a line from this door. Undo, turn F8 on, and make it a straight line. Offset 4. And then offset 4 again. Okay, fillet those. Okay, so I kept away from that door. Okay, 4 inches, the magic number. Okay, I've got a closet in here that I can, I can put some little door on. Okay, I'm into this area. Now I have to do, okay, let's offset 16. This is not a good setup. Offset 1.4, which is 16. Okay, from here. So that would be the shelf for that closet, the walk-in closet. Okay, and then he needs to put a door. Wow. Okay, well, let's do it. Okay, well, let's offset 4 inches from that shelf, 30 inches for a door, 4 inches for clearance, and then 4 inches for a wall. Okay. Okay, trim. Okay. Well, there's a doorway. There's a doorway into, kind of looks like his drawing. Okay. He has a shelf on the end there, so offset 16. Okay, and then trim it up. Okay. Yeah, it works. Okay, well, let's put this door in. We don't have a door like that, do we? Not really. Okay, so door. Offset point will be right there. 0. And there, and there, and enter. It's not working anymore where I'm using the 0. Okay, so let's do it again. Let's do door. Offset point, we'll pick there. Leave it at 4. Approximate strike location is there. Okay, opposite face there, and door is 30. That worked. It doesn't like that when you don't put in, or you put in 0 for an offset. Okay. Okay, now we need to get into this bedroom, and their diagram shows that the door opens from this end. Okay, so offset. No, actually, we can get right into door, and I'm going to pick this point. 4, there, 30. Okay. Now, bifold. What is my distance here? From there to there is 2 foot 10. Well, obviously I can get a 2 foot bifold. Okay. So I'm going to go 2 foot 10, 2 foot 8, it's 2 inches. Okay, so I'll go offset, not offset, I'll go bifold. Offset point will be right. No, I want it. I need O tracking on because I want this to go out, so I need to pick there. I'm going to use a 5-inch offset. Opening will be somewhere there. Other face will be there, and door will be 24. Well, that worked. Okay, used a little bit of math on that one. Okay, offset 16, offset 2. We're going to hang coats in this one. Okay, let's get MP. We'll get some hidden lines going here for that one, and we'll pick a utility for that one. Okay, we'll match properties, and we'll put that on there. Okay, we'll offset 2. Okay, fillet them closed. Okay, and then we'll match properties, MP. Okay, from there we'll do that one and that one. Okie dokie. Okay. Now, this will be our kitchen on the other side of here. We'll start our kitchen, and we 45 the wall here. Okay, well that 45, they want double doors, and so if I give them 2 30-inch doors, that would be 60 inches. Plus, like I said, I need another 2 inches for rough opening. So I need a 62-inch opening with 4 inches on the other side. So 62 and 8 is, what is that? 70 inches. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line. Okay, and from that I'm going to go 24 inches, and then I'm going to tell it what direction. I'm going to press less than, which is telling Autocad which direction I want to go. And it really doesn't make a difference how you do this, but I'm going to go minus 45, and there it is. Okay, now this is just going to be a little bit of playing around. Again, I don't want to stretch that. Okay, I'm just going to move it, and I'm going to move it somewhere around there, and I'm going to offset it 4 inches. Okay, and I'm going to fillet. Okay.
Bye-bye. Going to cello.
Okay, and I'm going to draw a line in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to offset. I said that my rough opening was 70 inches. Okay, so half of that's 35, so offset 35. Okay, offset 35. Okay, I don't have my 4 inches, so I'm going to move this all back. Okay. If I turn F8 on. I'm going to draw, what am I going to do? I need to go in a straight line. I'm going to extend. Okay, and I'm going to take this line. Okay, and then I'm going to offset, what, 12 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to move all of this, well, those, and those. Did I get that? And those, and probably this one. From, okay, let's go, I got old tracking on. Let's turn that off. From there to there. Okay, now I'm going to fillet. And I got too much. Okay, that's way more than I need. I only need 4 inches. You can go back and forth here for a while. Anyway, I'm going to do, I wonder if a door will work at an angle. Okay, we'll go here. Okay, we'll go 0, although it doesn't like that. Approximate light location. Okay, there, and 30. Look at that, it liked it. Okay, that works for me. Okay. Okay. Got a little bit of fooling around here. Well, here we go. Offset 10. See what that does. Okay. And move this door, and this door, and that, to there. Okay, and then fillet. No, I think 10 was too much. Okay, fillet. Yeah. I should have only gone 8, or maybe even 6. See, that doesn't leave me my 4 inches. Okay, so undo that. And offset, I don't know, let's go 2. We're so close. Okay, erase that one. And fillet. Oh, I'm so close. Okay, 3 3/4 inches. Do you believe it? Okay, let's offset. Well, tell you what, let's go 2 to make sure. Okay, the more the merrier in this one. Okay, erase, oh, undo. Now I'm getting lost. Erase that one and that one. Okay, fillet that one to that one, and that one to that one. Okay, now I'm cooking here. Okay, we can erase this, and we can move this door from there to there. Okay, now we can move, there's a little white piece in here. Oh no, there it is. And we'll get that right on the end there. Okay, works for me. Okay, we can erase all of this. Erase this. Okay, and then we can fillet that to that, and that to that. Okay. Okay, we'll draw a little bit of wall here. Okay, and then we'll move this door from there to there, and then we'll trim. Okay, a little bit fooling around. I bet you if you were good at math or smarter than me, you would have figured that out a different way. Okay. Okay, I have a problem. I'm not in the center. Okay. That kind of screwed things up. You know what? I'm going to leave it for now, fool around with it on my own. It's getting a little embarrassing. Ooh, that trim. Okay. And I'm just going to center that in the wall, figure out where it is. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to cabinets. Okay, time's up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.